Alright. Get my sorry ass up to watch ChicoRoy play a live game. It's a 20 minutes per player game, but I hope they don't take the whole time. And Rajiv is actually beaten his opponent 2-0 now. 2-0 thus far, uh, so doing quite well. Doing quite well. Okay. Aparajita from India versus ChicoRoy from India. And let's analyze the position, I guess. Well, Rajiv is 11 points ahead. Just demolishing. Okay, he has the queen and she lost her queen somehow. Maybe we can trace back and understand what happened in this game quickly. Okay, wild opening. Really wild opening. Taking the pieces. Oh, that was a bit weird. This is not good chess. This is not good chess. But how does he win the queen? Oh, there was the opportunity. But he took the knight first. And then he took the queen. Right. Okay, and here we are now. Okay. So, what do we say about this position? I mean, if I was white here, what would I do? I think I would buckle down. I'd get my king here to kind of hold on to these bishops and everything. Or maybe try a bit of a late counterattack. You never know what can happen at this level. But I think king here and then get the rook there and this other rook here and checkmate him. I make it sound easy, don't I? It's not that easy. But now Rajiv is smelling blood, I think. He smells blood. Aparajita is gonna have a hard time making the right move here. Oh, goes for a check. A spite check. That's a spite check there. Oh, bad move. You should just taken it with your rook. Maybe Rajiv is being a bit merciful right now. Not trying to be too ruthless. This is how I like to play, by the way. Again, when I play against weaker players, I don't just crush them, don't just take every little piece I can find, but leave some pieces on the board so the opponent feels like they're doing something. Oh, this is getting very interesting. I think bishop check looks to be a good move. Aparajita might just have another trick left up her sleeve here. This game isn't over yet. Alright. I mean, that's a fine move if the bishop were, defended. Of course, now we're assuming that the bishop is forever. But it really isn't. But now ChicoRoy is in actually a lot of danger if he doesn't. Oh no, he is checkmate right there. It's checkmate in one. But is he going to start feeling the heat instead? Let's see. He hasn't seen it yet. So... what? What the hell just happened? What? Oh man. What has my life come to, man? Let me get some chips. She destroyed him. She took his queen. I hope the chips don't make too much noise for the video. But now we got a real game on our hands here. ChicoRoy is still +6. Except now he's going to lose the rook as well. So I think he's on tilt. Either he's on tilt or he's just like... I don't know what to say. Now Aparajita can take that bishop also. No, you should take the rook first. Take the rook. Let's analyze. I mean, how can someone have a rating of 400? I don't understand. I think it must be at a default setting in this level that you start out with only 400. Probably that's what it is. I doubt he could have descended from 1,000 down to 431. No one can endure that much suffering. That would be something. Anyway. Yeah. It's not the most entertaining game, man. I don't know if I can watch a live game like this, Rajiv. I'm doing it now for you as a favor because you asked me to, but this is torture. What am I watching? It's rubbish. I have a life, man. I have a life. What am I doing? Watching your shit game. You're making shit moves one after another. Okay, let me talk crypto then. At least I can talk crypto in the meantime. So, cryptocurrency is going through an interesting period. Bitcoin just had a bit of a crash. Not a huge one, but a bit of a crash. And people are panicking and all, but really, I think there's probably not much to panic about. It still stayed in a healthy level. Let's look at the charts right now. Here's Bitcoin. You see, this is a 1 minute chart, so it's not really much to explore in detail, but it needs to be analyzed because if you look at the longer scale horizon, yeah, we're going at a 2-hour chart now. Okay, let's go at the longer scale first. You see it had a bit of a drop back in mid-April, and then it had a second drop a few days later. So this was a real crash. But then it picked itself up after a long grind, and then it dropped, and then it lifted off, right? And then it had a bit of a healthy run. But then it had a bit of a drop, and then it came back up. And here you had to expect it was going to drop again. You have to, because it's sort of just forming this curving down pattern. And so it did. It dropped all the way, and now it's sort of stuttering and trying to claw its way back. A little bit like this pattern here. So I wouldn't rule out a second mini crash, just like what we saw right there. It's possible to happen, but depends. So right now we're zooming in on the chart, and we're going to add some analytics. And what's my analytical tool? It's a line. I'm just going to draw this line. You see there is a bit of a consistent downward trend still active. And until this sort of breaks ahead out of this, the downward trend is still in play. So we're not out of the shaky waters just yet. And that probably explains why there hasn't been a big spike in Bitcoin yet. So, yeah, watch out. Anything can happen in the next few hours. It really, it's hard to say. Now, if I go to the 1 minute chart, what do we see? It's just a consistent downward stream. There's a little bit of curling action here at the bottom, but it's really hard to say what can happen. Anyway, let's get back to the game. So we missed a few nutting moves most likely. Let's just verify that. Check, height, check, check, check. A lot of nothing moves. Sorry to say. And now takes the rook. Man, Aparajita. Now it's an even game. It's a dead even game basically here. So ChicoRoy has got to use his pieces. He's got to get his knight out. He's got to get his bishop in the game. He's got to get his rook in the game. That's what he has to do here. That's his strategy. That should be his strategy. Aparajita. Oh, that's a bit too quick, man. You have 15 minutes. You can't just give away this pawn. Okay, the idea is right but the ordering was wrong. You should have got your knight here. So it's kind of like holding on to that. You need to hold things together. You can't just allow them to come and check you every...